Hello, my name is Lily, and this is the first episode of, a series that I'm making called So You Don't Have To, and basically in the series I will be just explaining gore videos so you don't have to watch them yourself. And I do in general recommend you do not go and seek out gore videos. It can affect some people negatively, so, just in general, maybe it's something you shouldn't actively seek out. And so this is sort of a way for me to help satiate that curiosity of yours. In today's sort of episode of this, I am going to be telling you about Funky Town Gore. Now, Funky Town is a pretty well-known gore video. It's heralded as one of the worst, if not the worst, gore video on the internet now, or at least widely available. And personally, I don't know if I agree with that, but I guess it all just sort of comes down to what you personally find most disturbing. In Funky Town, what happens? Well, this video is presumed to be from some sort of organized crime, probably cartel. It does have serious cartel vibes. I mean, if you've seen any cartel videos, you know that they're rarely pleasant. And Funky Town takes that to a whole new level of horrible. So the video opens up in some sort of industrial kitchen, and it's pretty, the floors are white, and it's very bright, and the camera quality is, as usual, shit. Very few times will you find a video of gore that's not, terrible, unless it's an ISIS video. Usually those are insanely high quality. It's actually off-putting. But it opens up, and there's a man on the ground. He has no face. His face has been completely flayed, his eyes gouged, and his hands are severed at the wrist. It's very unpleasant. That's a horrible way to start, and it does make me wonder if there is more video that we're missing of the flaying and the torture and the amputation. I'll be honest, I don't want to see it if there is. Nope, I'm good. I am good. But, so they proceed to take a really, some of the shittiest, knives, I think it's a pocket knife or a box cutter, and they start jabbing him in the throat with it, and it really doesn't do anything. They stick in his mouth a couple times, jabbing at his cheeks or tongue maybe, it's hard to tell, before taking the world's, dullest sickle. And this is one of the reasons that I think it's probably cartel. Only the cartel uses, the world's shittiest weapons to kill people or torture them. And it's a pretty obvious shock thing. They just want to shock the people who are watching, which is why they use those really terrible hunting knives or little tiny little knives to cut people's heads off. They just want to shock you, make them go, oh, look at that, look what they're doing, it's so horrible, because, instilling fear is a very, very important thing when you're in the cartel. So, by the end of this guy is not dead, and the one thing that's most, striking to me is just how much fight this guy has left in him. It is theorized that he is hooked up to some sort of IV drip, possibly popping him full of adrenaline or methamphetamines to keep him awake and aware. And aware he is fighting the entire time. He's making some really horrible noises. This one, that's the thing that sticks out to me, is how much he's fighting, and just the noises he makes. It's really grim. First time I watched it, actually, it made me nauseous, just the noise, not the visual. Visuals is not usually something that bothers me with gore. It's the noise. Yeah, it's terrible. And by the end of the video, he manages to, get his arms free, and he, attempts to touch his face with his, severed hands. It's pretty horrible. I mean, imagine being that guy. That's the thing with cartels. A lot of people will sort of be like, you know, he probably did something similar. And yeah, he probably did if this is cartel, and I'm going to probably safely assume that it probably was. But, you know, I don't think there's really anybody who truly deserves to go out that way. I mean, it's so horrible. I generally can't really think of anyone who would deserve to die like that, even if they're a member of the cartel. So, there's actually a lot of mystery around this video, and one of the huge things, like the big question is, who made it? Now, if you know the cartel, they usually make these videos to, you know, scare people and get the name of their group out. And, well, no one ever really took responsibility for this video. Just sort of exists, and no one knows who made it. Which is really weird, because this is such an infamous video, you would expect whoever made it to want to, you know, take responsibility for it. To get that clout, as one would say. So, there are some theories about, you know, where, like, theories, speculation, I guess, about, you know, who could do it. You know, I've heard some people say, you know, CJNG. I do not think so. There has been a pretty recent theory of, there might be another video by these same people that have been found, and, that video, it looks like it takes place in the same room, same sort of a industrial kitchen, and they're, like, kicking a severed head around, playing soccer with it, you know, as you do. The fact that I've seen, like, a few videos of people doing that, it's kind of fucked up, you know? You'd think that that wouldn't be something that's common. So, yeah. No one really knows. I did see, like, a video, like, Disturbed Reality talked about that, how it might be the same people, and, honestly, I think it probably could be. I mean, I doubt that Funky Town was those guys' first rodeo. They probably have done this before, especially with how, I guess, prepared they were. So, yeah, that's Funky Town Gore. It is not a very pleasant video. It is unpleasant, if, you know, I guess that's the way to put it. I'm sorry if this is a really everywhere video. I did not script this because I don't feel like it. Also, I might sound out of breath. I'm not used to talking this much, and I keep running out of breath, so this is going to have to be something I get used to if I continue this. So yeah, Funky Town, that's what it is. It's gross. I might do some other videos on, like, the Guerrero Fling, and, you know, other famous gore videos. Maybe I'll delve into some less well-known ones. There's a few of those that I have an interest in. I do have a completely non-gore related video that's in the works. It's been in the works for a while. I interviewed somebody, and it's sort of a interview style video. So yeah, this is sort of basically, oh my god, I stumbled over my words. This is the end cards, basically. So I'm gonna stop rambling. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you can enjoy the, well, discussion of this sort of content. I'd appreciate any likes or comments that you give. I'm awful at responding to comments, but I will do my best. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully this video is not too everywhere. I will hopefully get better at this as time progresses.